They were interrupted by Kate bursting through the door in her usual fashion, as though she had discovered some secret panel in the wall. "Fried or boiled?" asked the bold voice. Fried or boiled? Josephine and Constantia were quite bewildered for the moment. They could hardly take it in. "Fried or boiled what, Kate?" asked Josephine, trying to begin to concentrate. Kate gave a loud sniff. "Fish." "Well, why didn't you say so immediately?" Josephine reproached her gently. "How could you expect us to understand, Kate? There are a great many things in this world, you know, which are fried or boiled." And after such a display of courage she said quite brightly to Constantia, "Which do you prefer, Con?" "I think it might be nice to have it fried," said Constantia. "On the other hand, of course, boiled fish is very nice. I think I prefer both equally well. Unless you... In that case... I shall fry it," said Kate, and she bounced back, leaving their door open and slamming the door of her kitchen. Josephine gazed at Constantia. She raised her pale eyebrows until they rippled away into her pale hair. She got up. She said in a very lofty, imposing way, "Do you mind following me into the drawing room, Constantia? I've got something of great importance to discuss with you." For it was always to the drawing room they retired when they wanted to talk over Kate. Josephine closed the door meaningly. "Sit down, Constantia," she said, still very grand. She might have been receiving Constantia for the first time. And Con looked round vaguely for a chair, as though she felt indeed quite a stranger. "Now the question is," said Josephine, bending forward, "whether we shall keep her or not." "That is the question," agreed Constantia. "And this time," said Josephine firmly, "we must come to a definite decision." Constantia looked for a moment as though she might begin going over all the other times, but she pulled herself together and said, "Yes, Jug." "You see, Con," explained Josephine, "everything is so changed now." Constantia looked up quickly. "I mean," went on Josephine, "we're not dependent on Kate as we were." And she blushed faintly. "There's not Father to cook for." "That is perfectly true," agreed Constantia. "Father certainly doesn't want any cooking now, whatever else." Josephine broke in sharply, "You're not sleepy, are you, Con?" "Sleepy, Jug?" Constantia was wide-eyed. "Well, concentrate more," said Josephine sharply, and she returned to the subject. "What it comes to is, if we did," and this she barely breathed, glancing at the door, "give Kate notice," she raised her voice again, "we could manage our own food." "Why not?" cried Constantia. She couldn't help smiling. The idea was so exciting. She clasped her hands. "What should we live on, Jug?" "Oh, eggs in various forms," said Jug, lofty again. "And, besides, there are all the cooked foods." "But I've always heard," said Constantia, "they are considered so very expensive." "Not if one buys them in moderation," said Josephine. But she tore herself away from this fascinating bypath and dragged Constantia after her. "What we've got to decide now, however, is whether we really do trust Kate or not." Constantia leaned back. Her flat little laugh flew from her lips. "Isn't it curious, Jug," said she, "that just on this one subject I've never been able to quite make up my mind?